Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Barbee with the American Voter Revolution. Thank you for stopping by and watching the video today. I would like to start with a article that I found, and I would like to read it to you if you'll bear with me just a minute. And the article is titled, "A Clever and Contrived Misunderstanding That Attempts to Take God Out of America." The U.S. Constitution states that we must have separation between the church and state. This means that the government should not sponsor and control a religion such as England did with the Church of England. That leaves the state in control of the church, and that would be intolerable in any country. It would allow the government to control the individual and his or her personal beliefs regarding their religious faith. There was never any intention to separate the church as an institution from being involved in the political process. As a matter of fact, it is preferable that the church is closely involved with the government in regard to knowing the needs of the underprivileged and poor, in order that the church could offer help to those less fortunate individuals. Also, it must be pointed out, and this is the most important part of all, the United States Constitution talks about the separation of the church and state. It never says anything about separating God from the government or state. As a matter of fact, the United States of America was founded on Judeo-Christian values that clearly set out that our country's ability to prosper was directly controlled by the fact that we believed in God's Word and should adhere to the moral values taught in the Bible. It is ludicrous to allow the politically correct liberal non-believers, in order to keep them from having their feelings hurt, to force the American people who have loved ones that have given their lives for our God-fearing nation and our freedom to remove God, the Ten Commandments, and prayer from our public places. I say tell them this: if you don't like it, get your ass out of our country. America was founded on God, and we fully intend to keep it that way at any cost. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we need an army of Christian soldiers because we are involved in a war by some people that are against God and religious freedom. And those are progressive liberals that are slowly taking control of our government. And we have a bunch of representatives in Washington, D.C. that are allowing this to take place. We must stand up and we must say enough is enough. We have to unite the Christian community all across America and build a voter coalition in order to combat these progressive liberals that want to remove God and religious freedom from the fabric of our American heritage. We need your help. What we're wanting to do at the American Voter Revolution is to unite all the churches in America across all 50 states. And we're going to do that by starting with the mega churches because they have the largest congregations, and so we can build it bigger starting there. But we eventually want every church in America, regardless of the denomination, to have an advocacy group of the American Voter Revolution and join with us in changing our government as it is today. Our children and our grandchildren are going to inherit a nation with such a massive debt that they will never, ever be able to get it paid off. Now, if we allow that to happen, it's our responsibility. It's been said that the 2012 presidential election turned out the way it did because the Christian community stayed home. We didn't even bother to go out. The biggest part of them didn't go to the polls and participate in the political process. And you see what we've got. Now, folks, if we are so lazy or so non-caring that we aren't going to register and go vote in the elections, then we don't have a right to gripe about anything. So for goodness sakes, get registered if you're not, and go and vote in these elections, and let's try to elect people that have Judeo-Christian beliefs and ethics like we have, and let's try to elect the people that most resemble what we think should be done. And if we don't do it, it's ludicrous that we think anything is going to change, because it's not going to change. The people in Washington, D.C. right now, our representatives, care nothing about the people. They're interested in building their personal wealth, getting more political power, and taking care of the special interest groups and the big corporations, because that's where they get their money to get reelected again and again and again. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're doing is sending emails to the pastors of the megachurches, and we're asking them to please talk to their congregations and form advocacy groups and join everybody that you can in order to build a coalition big enough that we can truly have an effect on these elections across the country. If we don't, we are going to lose our religious freedoms, our freedom of speech, because these politically correct individuals are going to take our freedoms away from us. They think they know more than we do. They're so smart, they know what we need more than we know what we need. Just like our health insurance. They're going to tell us what kind of health insurance we have to have. They're going to tell us what we can say, what we can't say. They're going to tell us when we can do things, when we can't. If we allow them to take more power, we're just in trouble, folks. I don't know what else to tell you. Please go to the website, www.americanvoterrevolution.com. Read the information there. Click on your state. Go to the page that says advocacy groups, form advocacy groups. It will pull up a list of the mega churches in your state. And if you're a member of one, please join. Talk to your pastor. If you don't already have an advocacy group form one. Talk to all the other adherents, your other members. Let's get this thing built up, and let's start to do something that will change America. Here at the American Voter Revolution, we believe that America without God cannot survive. So let's build us an army of Christian voters that will not let that happen. We have got to have God as the backbone of our country, or I promise you, our children and grandchildren will inherit a country that we would not even recognize. I appreciate your time. Please go to the website, and if you can, make a contribution. We need all the financial help we can get in order to build this voter coalition, and I appreciate you taking the time to stop by today. Thank you.